Yo, what's the word? What's the word? Funny man Mo.B hopping on to have a little conversation with y'all. And this is that Spark the podcast. And you know what that spark is. Anything that gets you going up, motivated and ready to go and ready to seize the day. And we are here and we ain't trying to play. What's happening? Shout out to everybody out there, bro. What's the going on? What's the word? Like I said, I'm just hopping on today. I gave y'all my Spark Story episode 1. This is episode 2. We on to something new. The spark is still there, but we gonna keep it player. You hear me? Shout out to the gear though. Shout out to the gear. Y'all see what the fuck I got on. Shout out to the Shy, bro. That's like my home away from home. Shy Town right here goes down. You hear me? The home of comedy, bro. That's what's up. I love Chicago. I will actually be at the Den Theater February 27th, I think it is, or the 28th, one of those. I got to look up those dates. Please pull up to that. This pod should drop before I'm actually there, so please pull up to that. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have some fun out there. I love the Shy, from the food to the women to the goddamn venues. You hear what I'm saying? There's always something to do. Get out there and make your move. You know what I mean? Keep it busting. You hear me? Watch out for ice, though. Not black ice. I'm talking about actual ice, boots on the ground. Push them up like it's out the way, militized. You understand what I'm saying? I got a couple things that I wanted to discuss, but I ain't gonna discuss them right now. Catch me at the show and we can talk about it. Catch me at the show and we can talk about it. What's going on, world? I hope y'all woke up feeling motivated, feeling encouraged, feeling like you can seize the goddamn day because you can. You understand me? And I love y'all for that. I love good energy. I've been doing a few shows recently. I love running into dope souls. You understand what I'm saying? And I also have so this is the studio version of that spark, and then we also have that spark on the street, which is more of an impromptu bounce around kind of deal. A bunch of episodes of that dropping soon as well. It's more flirty free, more wild, more in depth. Not more. I'm sorry, not more in depth because they be talking about some wild shit on that. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all check that out. New episodes that'll be dropping soon as well. Just been doing a lot of working, a lot of working on me, a lot of working on my craft, a lot of working on my career, things that I'm trying to focus on. And keep that spark going. You understand what I'm saying? I don't ever want that spark to go out. I'm always trying to find different venues to respark. You understand what I'm saying? Shit, speaking of respark, me 1 second so I can light this cigarette. My apologies. My apologies. But yeah, like I said, you keep that spark going. You don't ever want to lose that spark because when you don't lose, you dead. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have nothing. So, like I said, I got real deep on y'all first episode, and I was just explaining to you like my life, and like how I started in comedy, and how I always miss my calling, and that I was super 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 excited to finally get out there and do my thing. And then now that I've been in this for a few years now, I got to tell y'all, man, it's just as good as it felt first day. You understand what I'm saying? Like I still get butterflies in my stomach when it's time to perform. That's how I know that this is for me. I still get that excitement. Like when you used to go on like your first date. Remember your first date, like the first time you actually asked a girl out, and y'all ain't even have to go nowhere. You could have made 2 peanut butter jelly sandwiches and chilled in the kitchen. But I'm just saying, like the first time you had that experience, that feeling that you had, like you fluttering, you on cloud 9. You just pulled a shorty, and she said yes to the dress on you. You know what I'm saying? She said, yeah, you could be her plus one. You know what I'm saying? All the little functions, barbecues, you know what I mean? Little swim pool parties, you know what I mean? Little school pool, you know what I'm saying? Plus one. I was excited. Like, that's how I feel. And that's how I felt still every day. That shit, every time I perform, that shit sweeps me off my feet. And it loves me, and I love it back. God damn it, that's just real. I hope that everybody can find a love like that. Like people go their whole life not understanding and not finding out what their niche is, and I really wish and I really hope that y'all do find that. Because listen, there's nothing like it, man. There's nothing like the feeling. This feeling is bliss. Like, you know what I say? Ignorance is bliss. It's bliss, baby. Super relaxing, and I love this shit, and I live for it. That's why I want to share my experiences and my crafts with the world, because y'all are worth it. Listen, y'all are worth it. I love good energy and I love people, man. And y'all have some of the craziest energy I've ever seen in my life. And that's why I love traveling so much, because when you travel, you get to see some of the wildest shit and some of the wildest people, bro. Like it's fucking insane to me. I remember actually, shout out to Shy. I was in Chicago a couple years ago, um, for work, not for comedy. But I did some comedy when I was there. And I remember we went to a karaoke bar. Now I've never done karaoke, but I got a decent little voice. I got a decent little voice. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, let's do it. It's me and like 16 other white folks. So we all go to the little comedy bar. We all go to the little karaoke bar. You know, I'm picking some of the whitest songs ever. I'm like, yeah, give me "Don't Blink" by Kenny Chesney. You should have seen the DJ. Fuck you just say? Yeah, run that. Give me "Don't Blink" by Kenny Chesney. For all of y'all who don't know what the fuck I just said, go look up "Don't Blink" by Kenny Chesney, and then you'll understand what this dark ass, black ass face was singing in a bar full of white folks. You understand me? So I step outside for a second because you know it get hot when your pipes get to blowing. Hoo hoo. That was a little taste. Y'all need to calm down. I ain't gonna give y'all no more. You know what I mean? That one's for free. Anything more is gonna cost you. Look at that. So I go outside, bro, and I'm just outside enjoying the scenery. Letting out some oxygen. And there is a homeless couple arguing in the middle of the street, right? Which is not shocking. Um, but the lady ain't got no shoes on, and I don't know if you ever been in Chicago. I'm not finna walk barefoot on them streets, my man. They have rats the size of people. There's shit everywhere, and I remember watching them arguing between cars and asking for money, and I had to respect the hustle. Cause like how hard you gotta hustle to be in the middle of an argument with your boyfriend and still have the audacity to knock on a window and ask for change like you wasn't just violent 5 seconds ago. You stupid motherfucker. Excuse me, miss, you have $1? Okay, thank you. You dumb piece of shit. And I'm just like, yo, listen. And I'm pretty sure I still do. I have that old video of them. I'm gonna find that video and I'm gonna post it. Cause man, listen, you ain't never seen shit until you see a homeless couple arguing in the street with no shoes on. You know what I'm saying? I heard some funny shit when I was younger. They're like, "Do you know the difference between a bum and a hobo?" And he was like, "No." He was like, "Well, a hobo is a bum on the move." Like, you understand what I'm saying? They was moving. You know what I mean? And then they noticed I was looking for a little too long, and then both of their attention turned to me. And I ain't got no time for that shit because I don't know if y'all know if a bum touch you, you get 7 years bad luck and a bump on your lip. 7 years bad luck and a bump on your lip. You might as well walk under a ladder and break a mirror and fuck a black cat because y'all are weird. Because fuck that. Don't touch me, ma'am. I don't know where your hands have been. Probably in a sewer. And you just put them on your husband, boyfriend, cousin. I'm not sure what they was. I knew that they was in love because they both walked away together, hand in hand, feet to pavement, goddamn it, which again is terrifying because it's Chicago. I spit 3 times when I was out there. They just walking casually like they on the beach, nigga. No, bitch. This is diversity. You gotta walk on the sidewalk. This is crazy. I'm just saying. I'm just y'all know I'm just talking shit, man. It just is what it is. I love that city. It's just such a vibe. Like I said, which is why I'm rocking when I'm rocking. And I actually remember, here's a fun story. I did a show, surprisingly, at the Den Theater as well. This was a couple years ago. And then I met a guy by the name of Scott Darling. Okay. I had no idea who he was because I did not watch hockey. Okay, had no idea, no, like. Listen, you see how I got this Black Hawk shit on? I like style. Like this shit is fly to me. I do not watch hockey, but the shit is dope. You understand what I'm saying? Chicago got some dope ass gear. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. So he actually was headlining, right? So I was like, oh, okay. Everybody's like, oh, that's Scott Darling, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know who he was. I had no idea. You know what I mean? So I went up there, did my shit, He watched my set. He laughed. You understand what I'm saying? I came out. He was like, "Oh, you fucking crushed, bro." I appreciated that. I watched him go up. He fucking crushed. And then he was talking about hockey, and these motherfuckers are dying. And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I was like, "Who was that?" Somebody was like, "Motherfucker, that's Scott Darling." God damn it, the motherfucker. He is. Listen, he won a Stanley Cup. Okay, for whatever year it was. And you want to see something crazy? Look at check this out. I didn't know this at the time, but I had this jacket before I knew him. Okay, now the back of this jacket has Stanley Cups on it. You understand what I'm saying? One of them bitches is his. Do you understand? One of them's his. That's what I'm saying. He won the last one. God damn it. That is incredible. Shout out Scott Darling, super down to earth brother. After the show, we went out for drinks, chopped it up. He's been an amazing dude. Super cool man. Super. I'm stuttering this shit because I'm a little under the weather. But like I said, super cool brother, man. I also met a guy by the name of I'm too high for this. Dane, who actually sings with the band. Um, uh, what is it? Clearwater
Revival? Credence? Listen, I am so bad with names and shit. That's why I should have wrote this down beforehand. But y'all know where the fuck I'm coming from. Credence Clearwater Revival. You know what? I'll post that video too. But you guys know who it is.
You know what? I'm just gonna take that part out. I'm fucking up so bad. But like I said, shout out Scott Darling, super dope dude. I didn't know he could do that. Like we were like trading stories and shit, and he was just like telling me about his life and things that he did. That dude is an amazing dude, man. Is an amazing dude. I remember I asked him, I was like, it's crazy that like hockey players be having to do the splits and shit. He was like, oh yeah, man, I've took Pilates, everything. He's like, when I was like formerly in hockey, bro, I could lick my back, and I was like, damn. That is sexy and scary shit. I don't know if I want to lick my back, but the fact that you could is crazy. But again, just an amazing dude. I'm just talking shit. Just an amazing dude. Uh, and then, like I said, so just in comedy in general, man, I've been able to meet just like some super cool, dope ass people, bro. And this journey, like I said, is magnificent. And comedy is a gateway for what I really love, and that's people. And like I said, all walks of life, which is why this podcast actually means like so much to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because it just reminds me of people. You understand what I'm saying? Like that, like I can tell you that my spark is comedy, but realistically speaking, my spark is people. My spark is humanity. You understand what I'm saying? And then comedy just like is what is it? Is a what's the term? It's a goddamn segue. Nope, that's not the term. It is a what is the term when you want to use something to abuse something and make it yours? It is a instrument of delivery. God damn it. Bro, I do this every episode. I get tongue tied on what I'm trying to say. I know what I want to say. God damn it. But yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Comedy is it is a vehicle of delivery. There we go, bro. I be doing too much. But it's just it's one of my uses, but it just brings me to people. You understand what I'm saying? And that's like I said, that's why I do this. That's why I love it. I can tell you guys that I love writing jokes, but it really ain't about that because I love writing jokes that's funny to me. It's just that it turns out that the world shares in my humor, and I love that. That's what makes it. That's what makes it amazing. But again, but being in this and you know crafting this over the years and putting the work in and getting better and failing in order to succeed. Has brought me to this point. It's put me in a position to where I'm super excited when I go out now. Actually, a little bit ago, I was just topping it up with Chastity Washington. I don't know if you know Chastity Washington. Some people who are viewing this might know. Some people who are viewing this might not. Beautiful person, beautiful soul, absolutely hilarious comedian. You hear me? I'm talking about will have you dying from start to finish. Definitions great. Her stage presence absolutely amazing. I've seen her 1,000 times and I laugh every time I see her like it's the first time. That's how funny she is. You understand what I'm saying? So look her up, Chastity Washington, fucking fantastic. But she was one of the one of the first big comedians I ever actually like got props from. I remember early in my career, she was like, "Oh my god, listen, you are funny. You cuss too much, but you are funny. Okay, dial back the cussing. You know what I mean? And then when you get that, you got it. Okay." And then she did that shit with love, gave me a hug. I felt so warm and welcome. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? And then now fast forward, this is now I'm 8 years in the game. We just did a show recently. I hadn't seen her in a few years actually. So went up there. My set was first. Obviously, she was headlining. She is fucking fantastic. You understand what I'm saying? My set wasn't first, but my set was obviously before hers. She watched my set. She went up there, did her thing, and then after, you know what I mean? Here comes Chaz, warm, welcome, and loving. Mo. She said, Mo, come on, come here, Mo. Let me talk to you. Ooh, you found yourself. You got it. Your sound, your poise, your stage presence. I said, listen, I'm crying on the inside. I'm keeping the chill on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like, yeah, for sure. I'm on the inside, boy. I'm doing backflips. Remember when I told y'all in the last episode that I had butterflies? I said it wasn't butterflies. It was furniture moving in my, real rumbles. I was in there like, hey, because that praise is that I appreciated that because I've definitely been trying to grow in my craft and getting praise like that from a person who I actually look up to as an OG in the game. Next level, bro. Like next level. That shit pushed my goddamn comedic, comedic energy all the way up. My battery may have been on empty. That shit was recharged, and then she gave me a hug like she does and recharged my soul. You understand what I'm saying? And people like her are the people who actually bring out the best in people. You understand what I'm saying? Like the spark that you may have will be amplified if you actually like run into her in real life. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care how low, how charged your battery is. She gonna amp you up because she's just that beautiful of a person. You know what I mean? And like I said, in my life now and in this career, I just keep running into people like that, and I love it, bro. And I'm not saying I've never ran into like shitty, terrible, just bad people. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that the people who I do run into who are genuine, who are loving, who are caring, and who understand and are super respectful, like they are the people that I look up to. They are the people that I rock with. You know what I mean? The Chastity Washingtons of the world, the Antoines of the world. You know what I mean? Antoine McNeil, shout out my boy. I talked about him last episode. Again, an amazing soul and a hell of a hustler, crazy entrepreneur. That man got his finger in everything except my sugar bowl. Look at that. That's a black reference if y'all don't never seen Friday. But that's what I'm saying. Shout out my homie Antoine McNeil. Let's just start doing some shout outs. Shout out Antoine McNeil. That boy is hustling. He was actually just on Chocolate Sundays. Crushed it. My boy. He gave me actually one of my first shots on the show. And so here's the weird thing about comedy. So when you do comedy, you understand what I'm saying? Like in order to get on shows, people need to know that you're funny. But you have to get on shows in order to get on other shows, but nobody will give you a shot. So it's literally like working backwards. But Antoine was like, listen, man, I think you're funny. I'll give you a shot. You got 5 minutes. Go up there, show me what it is. And he was like, hey, you know my room. Motherfuckers ain't gonna take it easy on you. You better be funny or they gonna tell you. And I'm like, shit, all right. I went up there and crushed, bro. Like it was the most love ever. The room was so loving and encouraging and caring. And even nobody was talking shit. Even if you wasn't funny, they'd be like, listen, bro, you might need to go home later. And they was like, nah, you did your thing. So like I said, I appreciate you, Antoine. Not only did you give me great advice when I was starting out in the game, and then after I hit a few mics, who watched the band for a little bit, you gave me my first like shot at a decent showcase. And again, his shows be always sell out. They be selling out. And I'm not saying, I'm saying that man has a strategy. You understand what I'm saying? That strategy works, goddamn it. So again, shout out my homie Antoine McNeil. Fantastic dude, man. Look him up. He is everywhere, all over social media. If you say you in Wisconsin and you ain't never heard the name Antoine McNeil, you lie. You lie. Actually, I'm probably gonna have him on the pod. We're gonna bring him in and have a little recording so we can get his view on his spark because that dude is a genius of a brother, man. He's a genius of a brother. So like I said, it's Black History Month, so let's keep it moving. I ain't got too much else to talk about, so that is gonna end this pod. This has been That Spark. I am Mo.B. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all make sure y'all check the website out, blackcrowncomedy.com. Again, the website is blackcrowncomedy.com. Where I post all my exclusives at show dates, tickets, things of that nature. I will be posting that Spark podcast and the Spark podcast on the Street Edition on there as well. But in the meantime, check out the YouTube page, Black Crown Comedy, Instagram, Black Crown Comedy, Facebook, Mo.B Comedy. Make sure you put .space for Mo.B Comedy. Like I said, man, I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay encouraged. Y'all stay focused on them goals and them dreams. Y'all keep that spark lit. Keep that energy up. And I see y'all on the road. I'm out. Peace. Be blessed.